It was an early noon in Canterlot. Twilight were in town to see her mom, Twilight Velvet, since it had been 2 years since Twilight's dad, Nightlight, passed away from an accident, and her mom took it very hard. She made a promise to herself to always go see their mom as often as she could, just to make sure that she's doing well. Her older brother, Shining Armor, who currently lives in Crystal Empire with his family, is unable to go see their mom as often as he wanted, since the Crystal Empire is so far away from Canterlot. But he was grateful to his younger sister Twilight that she can take it as much as possibility time to go see their mom. This early noon, both of them were sitting in the living room when suddenly it was a knock on the door. Twilight went to see who they were, and there was a mail pony. "Oh, you have some mail, Mom, and a letter," Twilight said, and gave the letter to her mom, Twilight Velvet. "Oh, I've been waiting for this," said her mom, as she opened it. "Who is it from? A friend?" Twilight asked when she sat down. "Not really from a friend, but it's from a stone pony that I have been pretty close to for a while now." "Oh? Who is it from?" "It's actually from my boyfriend." Twilight sat there on the couch across from her mother, dumbfounded. "Your boyfriend? Wait, how long have you been dating?" "Oh, we have been dating for about a year now," her mom said with a big smile. He is a very lovely stallion. He is very deeply caring, and you probably would like him yourself. So, how do you even meet?" "Oh, we hadn't actually met in directly face to face this much due to he lived a little bit further away from us. He he been he had been a single father for a while, for many years, and we actually started to communicate through this pen pal system." "Oh, yeah, we were actually around the same age, so we thought maybe we could just have some common interest, and it started developing. And then he came here to see me, and I went to see him once, and it's kind of clicked. Well, Mom, I'm happy for you to moving on since, since Dad passed away. Yeah, it was tough times for me. But when I met him, it's actually been quite of amazing. So, what does he write in the letter?" "Oh, right." Her mom read the letter, and her eyes got widened even more with a big smile, and almost like giggling. "Oh, he's writing that he's actually coming to Canterlot for a visit within the next few days." "Really?" "Yeah. And he's actually thinking to bring his daughter with him." "Wait, daughter?" "Yeah. His daughter is about the same age as you." "Oh, do you think it's possible that you could perhaps, you know, take time to come over here that then?" "Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would like to meet your new boyfriend and just to make sure that he's the one for you," said Twilight's big smile. Even though she is curious, since this was literally the first time she was ever heard the mention of her mom's new boyfriend, and the fact that he has a daughter around the same age. So they made plans with the next 5 days that Twilight will return. So for the next few days after she returned back to Ponyville, she was curious who this new boyfriend her mom could be. How is he like? How he even look like, since Her mom didn't even show a photo of him and never even mentioned by name. And even when she was back home, Starlight knew there was something a little bit different from her friend. Twilight? Yeah? Is there something the matter? What do you ask? Well, you two seem a bit distant. Oh, yeah, well, it's just that because my mom actually got a new boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, and I wasn't even aware of that. Well, I mean, that's great, isn't it? At least your mom isn't so lonely anymore, and I mean, consider what happened to your dad. True, and I'm really happy for my mom to have finally found some pony to be with. I mean, it had been 2 years since my dad passed, and I just want my mom to be happy. And I also want to make sure that this stallion isn't a weird, strange, dangerous. Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Well, I'm actually going back to Cantlot in a few days to meet him directly. Oh, well, I hope that goes well. Thanks. I really hope so too. And then, on the day when Twilight went back to Cantlot to her childhood home, she was actually sitting in the living room with her mom, waiting for her new boyfriend to show up. Well, what if he actually doesn't even show up? Oh, he would never do that. And even if he didn't, he probably would have informed me by now. Yeah, it makes sense. Then suddenly there was a knock on the door. Twilight Velvet got up and walked to the door and... Oh, you're here! Oh, you brought your daughter with you. Well, come on in. And my daughter is here. Yes, she wanted to like to meet you. Oh, that's great. Then she walked in with the new boyfriend. Twilight, let me introduce you to Firelight and his daughter, Starlight Glimmer? Twilight? Wait, you two know each other? Yes! She's my former student and she in fact lives in Ponyville with me at my castle. I thought I mentioned that to you, Mom. You did? Sorry, it must have slipped my mind. Wait. So after that, they sat down on the couches, and at first it was a quite awkward moment of silence, as for Twilight and especially Starlight. Twilight and Starlight looked at each other, felt almost embarrassed. So then, Starlight broke the silence. So, it seems my daddy is dating your mom? Yeah, it's kind of a bit awkward, don't you think so? Yeah, I mean, did you know about this? Twilight asked. No, I actually didn't even know. I only knew my dad was dating some new pony, but he never mentioned the name, only that she had 2 kids of her own, and that her husband had passed away a couple of years ago. But that's it. Hmm. Uh, what strange life for fluid this was. Yeah, tell me about it, said Twilight and Starlight at the same time. So it seems it might be something else between them. What do you mean, Starlight? Well, I probably didn't should tell you this, but then she leaned in and whispered, "What? Are you serious?" "Yeah, but please don't say anything." It turned out the main reason for that Firelight's visit to Canterlot is because that he has something special in mind. Well, that same evening, 4 of them actually went out to eat, and Twilight actually did ask Firelight some questions about Starlight how she was like when she was growing up, which was a little bit embarrassed, but she just wanted to know more about Starlight, and also to learn more about him and about the relationship that he had with her mom. Twilight Velvet looked a bit, actually not even embarrassed, but she was looked very excited that Twilight and Firelight was bonding well. It was then it happened. Firelight actually got up and walked over to Twilight Velvet, and then he suddenly did it. The same thing that Starlight had told Twilight earlier. Twilight Velvet, I know that we had known each other only for about a year, and we had been dating for a year. I would like to say that you make my life very fulfillment, excitement. Then I want to ask, do you want to marry me? Twilight Velvet didn't even hesitate. She said yes immediately. The whole restaurant was filled with cheers, and not only the guests, but the staff as well. Both Starlight and Twilight looked at each other a bit surprised, but also happy. That same evening, after they get back to Twilight's Charlotte home, Starlight and Twilight were in Twilight's old bedroom talking about this. So it seems are going to be sisters from now on. Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, we are the same age, and doesn't it even feel weird to you that we were calling us each other's sisters? Yeah, that might be it, said Twilight. I just don't know how to even respond to all this. And especially how my brother would even react. I mean, when he learned that my dad had passed away, he took it very hard. But do you think he would support this? Oh yeah, definite. I mean, even he wants our mom to be happy. But when he will learn that you are the one who's gonna be our stepsister, yeah, he will be a little bit surprised. But if I had to say this though, Starlight, I'd rather have you as my sister than a complete strange pony. Why is that? Starlight asked, a bit curious. I mean, we have known each other now for a couple of years. That's a good point. And even though you used to be a bad guy, don't bring that up again. But I know what you mean. At least we've known each other, and it won't be that much awkward. Well, maybe not the same level, but it's gonna be weird. Yeah, especially when it comes to holidays, you know, Heartswarming Eve, and even to see your dad and my mom so lovey-dovey, that is just so cringe. But to be honest, I'm just happy that my dad had found someone to be with. Regardless if it's your mom or somebody else. But I fully agree with you. I'd rather have you as my stepsister than a complete strange pony. You know? Mm-hmm. For that moment, they made a promise to make sure to get well along now, not only as friends, but as stepsisters. And the next day, both of them actually went back to Ponyville. When Twilight told Spike, he was like, "What? Are you kidding me, Twilight?" Then he said, almost with a big shock. The same reaction for the rest of the friends. Especially when Pinkie, she wanted to throw a big party to celebrate that Twilight and Starlight are going to be sisters. Even when Twilight had sent a message to Cadence about this, Turns out that they hadn't even received a message about this engagement from Twilight Velvet yet. So when Shining Armor wrote back, he was equally shocked but very supportive, since he knew how hard their mom took on the passing of their dad. And at the seeing that she is so happy with new pony, and especially that they know Firelight's daughter, Starlight, quite well. And Rarity, when she was told, she was jumping on board to helping to prepare for the wedding, with the tuxedo for Firelight, the dress for Twilight Velvet, and even helping with decorations and all. And Twilight mentioned it to her mom, and she was all aboard for all of this. So for the next several weeks, they were all planning for this big wedding. They were first thinking of having it in Canterlot, or in Crystal Empire, or even in Starlight's hometown. But they decided to have it in Crystal Empire. They only decided to invite close friends and family. Twilight was asked to be her mom's maid of honor, and that Flurry Heart to be the flower girl, and that Cadence be the one to perform the ceremony. Even on the just before the celebrations on the big day, Twilight was even starting to get a bit nervous about actually to be present on the wedding, along with her home family. Starlight was even feeling the same thing. Just a day before they were about to leave Ponyville, they were sitting on Twilight's balcony, looking at the full moon, just thinking, talking. You know, I'm sort of wondering if maybe we should just not be present. Yeah, well, I mean, if we didn't be present there, my mom and your dad probably would even ask why we were even there. And it wouldn't be almost like a sign we were against their relationship from the first. Yeah, but we had to be there to really be supportive to our parents. And to be honest, then when I first heard about this engagement, well, when your dad proposed to my mom, I wasn't really much, well, happy. Well, I wouldn't say happy. I was more like shocked, and they didn't know how to, process it all. But now, I'm actually happy that he did propose. But I wish that my mom did tell me about your dad, even whenever they first start dating. Yeah, same here. My dad only mentioned about your mom just on the day when we were, but just a couple of days before we traveled from my hometown to Canterlot. Boy, that was, yeah. But we will handle it well. I mean, we know each other so much, and just to see how my mom, your mom and my dad is just happy, it brings just, I think it brings joy to all of us, especially our parents. Yeah, you're right. So the next day, they actually went to Crystal Empire and helped with some of the final preparations for the wedding. And even after the wedding was over, it was just a big day. Even though when they had this wedding reception party with all the invited guests and the family members, Starlight was actually happy as she talked to her dad and Twilight with her brother and their mom about this news. Even though that Crystal Empire was now part of the family's residence in a way, and also how Shining Armor was a bit still trying to process that he has a stepdad. But he told himself that their late dad, Nightlight, would have been happy that their mom had moved on, found some pony else to make her happy. regardless, and that both Twilight and Shining Armor will be there. Twilight actually held a short speech while they were all eating their meals. Everybody, I just wanted to say this short speech. First, to Firelight, um, welcome to the family, and I'm just happy that to see how much you make my mom and well, me and my Shining Armor our mom so happy. Ever since when our dad passed, it was a hard time for all of us, especially for our mom. She, after being married with him for so many years, and then after she found you, I could see the spark when I first saw that the letter you sent me to her that day. It was a really shocking revelation that she never even brought up the mention that she was seeing some pony else. But yeah, we are all happy that to be part of you, and it might still take some bit time for me and Shining Armor to embrace that we have a new father figure in our lives. But it's not like we are against you to be our stepdad. It's just it might take a little bit of time for us to get used to it. But it's not like we are not against it. So again, welcome to the family, and we all support you all. Starlight held a similar speech about her emotions and all about how she felt and everything else. Both Firelight and Twilight Velvet looked at each other with a big smile, almost with tears, to see that both of their daughters was actually still supporting and fully embraced the fact that they now had a father figure and a mother figure in their lives respectively. And the rest of the party, seeing both Twilight Velvet and Firelight dancing together, was a very happy moment. Still, for Twilight and Starlight, it felt like almost like a dream, but to realizing it was actually happening. And later, when their parents went on their week-long honeymoon, Twilight and Starlight looked at each other and said, "You know, I'm actually happy now that my mom is so happy, and you as my sister, well, even if our parents did even get married, I would have still considered you as like a sister. Same here, but I'm just happy that our parents actually found us the one that they love, and I wouldn't even change this for anything else in the whole world, you know? Mm-hmm. Same here." Twilight and Starlight just gave each other a hug and then said welcome to each other, welcome to the family. Twilight was just happy that her mom had found some new pony to be with. Starlight felt the same thing. And even it might have been hard, might get time for them to get used to be sisters. But they wouldn't regret that at all. And this is how Starlight Glimmer, Twilight Sparkle became true siblings. The end.